Since we got the Mahindra back from 4-wheel drive industries, Karen and I have been using it for what it was built for, which is just to get out there and do what we love doing, which is exploring tracks. I mean, they can be in a state forest, it can be anywhere, it doesn't matter. And I'll tell you what, that TruckFit canopy on the back, well, they built it as a bit of a prototype, you know, to see if they could do it. Boy, can they do it. Better check the map, eh? Find out where we're going. Yep, we're in Uralla, right on the New England Highway, and we're about to head down Thunderbolts Way, which is named after this fella, of course, Fred Ward, one of the locals. He didn't mind cattle himself, actually. Maybe that's why they called it Thunderbolts Way. If he had his way, he'd be rounding them all up. He was a bushranger after all. So, after a little bit of backtrack exploration, we just wanted to pull up for something to eat. And that's where the Canopy Setup just comes into its own, because everything is there and organised. And it's not just that, it's safe, you know, fully lockable, all the rest of it. I just love our TruckFit canopy, honestly. Best thing ever. Cup of tea? This is why you get out there, so you can find beautiful spots like this and then cook amazing food. Well, maybe not so amazing, we'll see what happens. I've always wanted to have a go at this. I'm going to basically make up a mustard marinade for some pork chops. So it'll be like mustard pork chops with a bit of curry. So we're going to kick off with some spring onions, shallots, you can call them whatever you want, and you know what, they're so useful. Curry powder, as you can see, lots of it. And a bit of salt, well, maybe a bit more than a bit of salt. And I'm going to give it a good hit of the old black pepper, of course. Salt and pepper, pretty much a key to almost anything. Now this is just bright yellow mustard, you know, the hot stuff. And yes, I'll probably use about half a jar of that. Just save enough later on for the sausages, in case this doesn't work. What else have we got? Bit of olive oil? No problems at all. That's just to liquefy it a bit. I'll give it a bit of a stir, some garlic going in, of course, you've got to have some garlic. So we need something to moisten it up a bit. A bit of beer. Oh, smells like beer. It tastes great. Okay, gonna marinate the chops, leave it for a while, a few beers, and then come back to it. And if you're wondering, have I seen that kitchen before? Yes, you have. That's the one I carted around in Milo for years. And like my TruckFit canopy, that original kitchen came from Newcastle once too. They built good stuff down there. There we go, just mix it all up and it'll be safe in there while we have a couple of beers. Ooh, beer makes me happy. So does food. Look at that. That's our mustard pork chops. Oh, looking good. Yeah, it could be different. Exciting. And there you go. Some crunchy veggies just to make up for the pork. And wow, you've got a gourmetty meal in the middle of nowhere. Why do takeaway when you can do this? So we're on a bush reserve, you know, maintained by the local council. And here's the tip, and this is good for everyone. It's good for you, get to know the country, and it's good for the locals. Do all your shopping in the little towns you go through. You know, that way you can kind of plan your meals and you can ask them about good places to camp. You can do all that stuff. You'll get the best meat around from the local butcher. You'll be supporting all the local industries. If you're see a fruit stall or honey or nuts or something, you know, put a few bucks in. Don't spend your money in the big shops before you leave. You know what they're going to do with it. And this way we can keep Australia open, we can support all the local businesses, and we can give the councils reason to turn us on to free camping spots. Hills at the end of this, and everyone knows that. That was the truckie's nightmare in the old days of road ranger boxes and stuff. And I used to come here 50 years ago on my learner's permit, and I'd go through Bolivia Valley. Never knew what it meant. 30 years later.
Was that on your motorbike?
Yeah, on my first bikes. And
what was it?
Well, the first time would have been a Matchless 500. Yeah, 30 years I went straight through, never knew anything about the history. Just noticed the unusual name, you know. And then 20 years ago maybe, in Milo, and I had a little bit of time to kill. I was coming home from a job and I needed a break. I've been driving all through the night, and I just thought I'll go and have a sleep under a tree, follow a sign, and I did. And I talked to people, I found out the whole history of the place, had a really nice sleep under a tree, and learnt another little bit about this fantastic country.